crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable.
Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
There you go. Go right in. 51 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
Don't get nervous. Hey, chill. 27. Bandit. Shift.
On 2nd and 1, Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and, you know, the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, you know, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Watch the edge. Watch twins. Watch twins.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Roquan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Get out there.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now this now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Check it out.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's the 2nd-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
From the gun, Winston. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On third down, Winston. Pass, Allen Robinson. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A first down throw for Prescott. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a gain of 35. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Caught here by Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, Pollard. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. Check safety. Check. Flip. Kill. White.
From the 27, Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Robinson with a big catch. 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Winston. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We go work. At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He'll set up the screen to Elliott. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 56 yards.
First down, Cowboys.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crouch. Okay, double up.
From the red zone now, Prescott got a man. It's Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
14. Cowboys 10.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this one complete on the slant route. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, Winston. Robinson's got it. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Bears push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Ready?
26.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready? Right, 25, behind.
55, Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Jameis now on first down. It's complete to Robinson. And he's got this down to the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about.
And this is caught at the 20. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 50 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now.
Check. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check three. Hey, let's go. Green, triple team.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Ready? White 25. Flip it. White 54. Here we go, D. H29.
3rd and long for Winston. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Pollard going to try the right side. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First down, Dallas.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant.
Now Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Take 4. Go to 54. Line in.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Prescott on 1st down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. back right around the 48-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Gun.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Strip that ball. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Wait. 55 is my guy, 55. No gain on this. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Jameis to throw it. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready.
Hey, eat. So we got, come on.
Sunday.
Kill.
A first down throw for Winston. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
55, Mike, 55.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen. And you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
This will be taken in at the 1. pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Here we go.
Here we go, 47.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
26.
Here's Prescott. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Let's make these babies cry all the way.
And again, it's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51. I'll get him.
Prescott yet again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Shit.
We're going to 54. Right here.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Hey, kill. 27.
Mike 51. I got one.
26.
To the air again, Prescott connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 16.
Mike 51. I hope you brought your luck, because I'm going to take you to school. Here we go, 47.
51 to Mike, boy. 51.
I got you, pop.
from the red zone now. Prescott. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here you go. Hey, calm down. 47.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe it. Mike 51. Mike 51.
We're going to 53.
Let's get that ball right here. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
46.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Again, it's Fournette. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
4 down. 55 is my guy. 55.
From the gun, Winston. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Hey, ready? Black 25. Bound to lose 1. Check 26, check 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Fresno. Check 9, hey. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. To throw again on second down. Winston, blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The Bears on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch the flood, watch the flood, watch the flood. Watch the flood, motion, block. Check 31, check 31.
They'll run with Elliott. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Go, get out there. 51's the mic. I got him.
Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Under. That's me. So, Mike 51. Here we go, 47. I got one. Hey, Mike 51. I'm going to come back to you.
Prescott to throw on fourth. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Ready. White 25. 54 Mike.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Fournette, a first down carry. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Winston now. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Chicago, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside